start the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil.
Alrighty, I am back with a reaction to the good old Levelhead. It's been a while. I think it's about time I reacted to another one of his videos. Now, I don't completely disagree with them, but there's some things Levelhead that I think you guys are kind of skipping over. That's way more important than what you guys are talking about when it comes to these sports games, because they are nothing but toxicity being injected into the community anyways. And yes, Levelhead, we can be best friends. I may have gotten the whole cornbread thing wrong. I sat here and called it Sweetwater cornbread when it's called hot water cornbread, but you knew what I was meaning. And yes, I know a whole lot about red beans and rice. I can make a really good pot of red beans and rice, but my specialty is jambalaya. I can make a mean pot of jambalaya, and when I cook it, it's the Creole style jambalaya. Now, there's nothing wrong with Cajun style, but I personally think Creole style is much better. And don't you worry, I add plenty of shrimp, plenty of sausage. I make sure to add the Holy Trinity in there, and I don't forget the filet powder either. But let's get into this reaction.
That would it be a game key card or a digital code?
Okay, so for mostly what everybody does not know, WWE 2K25 has come out on the Switch too. And yes, I know it's a travesty that Nintendo allowed that game to be put on its platform. I don't think anybody should be excited for these. These sports games are nothing but filled with microtransactions, and all it is literally cancer being injected into the Nintendo community. But when it comes to this game specifically, they didn't put it on a physical cartridge because number one, they can't. It's too damn big. But they didn't even decide to go with a game key card. They went worse. They went with a code in the box, which is the worst thing to have for a physical, because it's nothing more than a fake physical. Now, I have said many times, when it comes to the game key cards, I got no problem if they're used correctly. And in this situation, they should have been used, because we are all realistic here. There's no way you can compress that to make it look as good to fit it on the cartridge. So that game is way too big. So if it is a game like Street Fighter 6, it should have been fully on the cartridge. In this situation, I think it's okay. We could have been like, put it on a game key card. But when it comes down to it, I don't think this game should have been put on the Nintendo platform at all anyways, because it's nothing but cancer with all the predatory microtransactions that's involved.
So everybody speculated that it was going to be a game key code. Now, all this was taking place around the same time everybody who could seemingly was complaining about the anti-consumer aspects of game key cards, mad that the...
Oh, I was one of them, and I still stand by what I said. If the game can fit on the cartridge, I do sit here and expect it should be a full physical on the cartridge. If the game is well over 64 gigs, no, it can't fit on the cartridge. So in that case, a game key card is reasonable. And also, for the smaller games like Bravely Default, for instance, or the Tetris game, when the only option you have is a 64 gig cartridge and a game key card, I do not blame them for putting it on the game key card when it comes down to it. That one falls on Nintendo for not giving other sizes.
Game is not on the real physical disc, and Nintendo's anti-consumer. All this stuff is happening, and conversations were happening around this particular title.
Well, Levelhead, unfortunately, Nintendo is very anti-consumer. I wouldn't say exactly for creating the game key card situation, but they are anti-consumer for many other things.
Its quality, will it be good, and will it be a game key card? Well, the game has come out, and what we can say, this is the PlayStation 5, this is the Switch 2, and you can barely tell any difference.
Yeah, you are correct, Levelhead. You can barely tell a difference. I can tell a little bit of a difference, but not enough to really make a huge difference about it. I am very surprised that that one looks as good as it does on the Switch 2. Now, I haven't played it, we're only going off of the cutscenes, I'm not going to buy this game because I don't contribute to these types of games. Levelhead, you got to understand, not all support is good support when it comes down to it. Just because it's a third-party game, I don't think that everybody should be praising this, because you got to understand, these games are not good. These games are terrible, predatory, microtransaction-filled sloth. That is all they are.
Nintendo fans are starting to get on my nerves, though.
What, now they're finally getting on your nerves? Shit, Nintendo fans have been getting on my nerves for over a year now.
So I remember Dr. Trey back when the controversy started or the questioning started, was this going to be on a game key card or a digital code?
Oh, I remember Doc Trey. Oh, I might have done a video or two on him.
He made a statement that if it's not a game key card, he's going to wait until it goes on sale.
If it's not on a game key card, he's going to wait for it to go on sale. Now, I'm the type of person, I use Gamefly, so I don't pay full price for anything anyway, so I don't fault people for wanting to do that, but whether or not, I mean, it should have been put on a game key card. I will sit here and say that one. There's no reason why. That's just being ridiculous that all they're doing is a code in the box.
Now, y'all understand that at the same time all this was happening, there was a loud minority, but loud enough, and every content creator that hated on the Switch 2 and everybody was...
It wasn't hate, Levelhead. Come on. It was healthy criticism. Let's get it correct.
That was questioning Switch 2. You had the, what you call the collectors and all these different people was complaining about the anti-consumerism of game key cards. So it was this whole big conversation.
Oh yes, I was one of those people, and I will still stand by what I said. Now, game key cards themselves are not anti-consumer if they're used how they're supposed to be. When the game is very large, cannot fit on it, then a game key card is acceptable. But when you can fit it, like how Sega or Capcom could have done it, and they chose the game key card, that's where it's anti-consumer.
A lot of misinformation, a lot of stuff was out there. So
I don't recall any misinformation. Can you please explain there, Levelhead?
The game is here. It's probably one of the best ports we've ever seen on the Switch 2.
I would agree with you if it wasn't a detriment to the community.
And the question is, are Nintendo fans unpleasable?
Oh, hell yes. I would definitely say Nintendo fans are unpleasable.
Like, are we getting to a place to where we just can't be pleased?
I would say with some of you, yes, there is. But when it specifically comes to this game, even though I don't think the game should even be on the platform to begin with, I wish people would stop buying them in general, but I know that's not going to happen. But when it comes to a code in the box, that's like the worst slap in the face thing you can do. So no, I completely understand why all this criticism is going towards this game. Those code in the boxes are ridiculous.
Because if we're going to pass up on this game because it's not a game key card, yet complain about game key cards.
Come on, Levelhead. When people are complaining about the game key cards, you know what they're really complaining about. They're complaining like with Capcom that could have fit a 50 gig game on the game key card itself. Or I mean on the physical cartridge itself. When you had Sega with the Yakuza game, they could have fit that on a physical cartridge and not put it on a game key card. That's what people were complaining about here. Not a game that's that big that can't even fit on the cartridge itself.
What do these developers supposed to do? What options do they have?
Well, in this case, they did have the option of the game key card, but come on, Levelhead. They didn't sit here and not use it. They did not go for a code in the box because everybody was throwing a fit over game key cards. They did it because the code in the box was cheaper than the game key card itself was.
Are we unpleasable? That's the question I have. Keith, the floor is yours. K-Buck. Can Nintendo fans be pleased?
Yes, please, K-Bomb and Keith, please explain to him when people are complaining about the game key cards, what they're really complaining about.
Now, again, let me say this, let me preface this. This is no shade to Dr. Trey, but I gotta use him. Brother, this kind of goes against everything you've been preaching. This is the game that you want to support.
Okay, I don't know what Doc Trey's been saying about this. Well, I think I might know a little bit about it, but when it comes down to it, I don't see a problem with those game key cards as long as they're used how they should be used. And I believe Doctrine might have said that, but if he sits there and says no matter what, it should be fully on the cartridge, then he's being unreasonable if he thinks that this type of game can fully fit on that cartridge.
Everything we've ever complained about with Nintendo and third party, this game is not the game that then make this type of decision. So I gotta ask the question.
Well, remember, Levelhead, not all third party is good for the community. But go ahead, ask your question. I will allow it.
And I'm a Nintendo fan, and I gotta even look in within. Are we unpleasable?
Yes, you guys are. And now it's time to read off the members of the channel. We got Koros Objective, Maximilian Pegasus 88, Matt Fox 94, Shade Milkman, Watari, Oh No Is Justin, Brian Payne, Jay Wesby 65, Andy Ritz, Sea Stars Piplup, Cam Astrius Lane, Maxim Useful 2400. Thank you so much for becoming part of the crew. And if you truly enjoy this content, why don't you think about becoming a member? It's only $1 a month. You get special emotes, badges, and you get a shout out at the end of each video until it becomes too long, and then it'll be turned into a credit roll. And also, I got an awesome merch lined up for you guys. I got amazing shirts, hoodies, I got coffee mugs, I got desk mats, I got a bunch of different kinds, so why don't you check it out also. And please like, share, and subscribe, and until next time guys, stay vigilant.
You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty.